Today's Wednesday, March 12, 2014, and you're tuned in to The Elevator Radio Show. The Elevator Radio Show is a proud supporter of the Elevator Escalator Safety Foundation. To find out how you can make a difference, visit their website today at www.eesf.org. Hey everybody, we are broadcasting under winter storm advisory conditions. It's a mess out there. So got a good short show today for you, so stay tuned. Here it comes.
You're tuned in to the Elevator Radio Show, a weekly program dedicated to covering news and information on elevators, escalators, and moving walkways. Produced in the wee hours of the morning, a new show is uploaded every Wednesday, sometimes even before you get out of bed. Listen to some of the comments sent in from our audience.
Rob from New York writes, Tom, are you f***ing insane? You actually get up at 2 a.m. each Wednesday to put this show out? Man, you must love elevators. Tim from Illinois writes, I'm not sure why I listened, but ever since I tuned into the first show back in 2007, I've been addicted. Matt in Texas writes, I like your safety messages, Tom. It's important to remember them each and every day. And he also adds,
when am I going to win the monthly prize pack giveaway?
Ron from California sent this in. Despite your inability to pronounce words in the English language, I tune in each week and am glad that you offer this service to the industry. It's better than Google News alerts. Sarah from Washington writes, love the show, Tom, and look forward to it each week. I'm glad I signed up for the newsletter. You provide a valuable resource for the industry, not only for North America, but worldwide.
Enjoy the show. And now, here's your sleep-deprived host, Tom Seibert.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Woo! Yeah. All right, good. That's over with. Hey, everybody. It is good to be here. Man, it's nuts. I think of all the snow that we've had here in the Midwest and the Chicagoland area, I've not had to drive through stuff like this at all so far. I think we've been pretty lucky. We have had some wonderful weather the last 2 days. Temperatures on Monday were up to like 55. Then yesterday about 40. So a lot of the snow we had actually melted. But however, not all of it did. We had like piles of ice everywhere. But last night we had a combination rain-snow mix fall, and this morning, literally, it was hard to get to work. I think today is going to be a very, very tough day for many people to get to work here in the Chicagoland area, and mainly because the snow that fell is literally like slush. It is a heavy, wet, heart attack type of snow, and it is headed east. So for those of you out there who are in the listening audience and area, we are sending it your way, and I'm sorry about that. So yeah, it's crazy to imagine that it's just going to continue to snow as long as it possibly can. So, and I think even Saturday they're supposed to snow. So I'm done with it. I am done with it. After the show, I'll go out, shovel the walk, and hopefully not have a heart attack. But anyway, how's everybody else doing out there? You guys tired of... are you tired of the snow like I am? Yeah, I know some of you are not. And for those of you out there sledding and out there in your snowmobiles, enjoy it while you can. Because let's hope that spring springs as quickly as it can. Let me see what else I was going to comment on. I think it's it. I'm tired. It took me a good 45 minutes to an hour to get into work today, and I almost didn't do the show because it sounded pretty bad outside when my alarm went off, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to get up quite yet. And I haven't quite had my pot of coffee yet. I have a couple cups, but not quite enough to get me through what I think is going to be helpful for the show. Plus, we got some shorter, should be a shorter show today, which is kind of nice. Did get caught up on some of the emails out there, so we'll get into those. And as always, send your email comments to elevatorradioshow@gmail.com. And if you care to share any of the articles on the program that you saw on the show, if you don't mind just saying, hey, I heard this on the Elevator Radio Show, I greatly appreciate it. And then people can ask, what the heck is that? And then kind of go from there. And that's how all the fun starts. So... all right, let's get into the email comments here. I want to thank Tom. I want to thank Carl for your press releases. I do have those covered kind of in the show today, which is good. Got a great photograph here that's linked in the post notes. If you're listening to the show, go over to elevatorradioshow.com, do a keyword search for show number 260, and look at this image. This is actually forwarded to me from James, it was forwarded to them as well. And the caption to this basically is... I guess this is a job in Iowa. And I'm sorry I didn't see this earlier because I would have liked to have posted it, but it was from February 5th, so it's about a month old. But it says, hey, I was told a couple weeks ago that this warehouse freight elevator was ready for reinspection. It needed the stop switch repaired. I arrived this morning, and if you can find the repaired switch in the photo, be sure to give me a call. This is the warehouse in Dubuque, and they had a little problem. And so check out this image. This is an image of, let me just, for those who watch the video here, this is an image of a freight car with ice just literally encased in, a freight gate encased in ice. Now, what worries me is that if the gate looks like this, oh my goodness, I can only imagine what the rest of the unit looks like, plus the machine room. Not quite the elevator I would want to be riding on, especially after all that thaws out. So, anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, next email. McLaughlin, a bunch of emails, people asking for stuff. Hello, I saw your website and wondered whether you can offer advice on whom to contact in the Boston area regarding our McLaughlin elevator in our 1928 home. It has not worked for many years, but we are curious what the cost would be involved in restoring it. We suspect it was a water-driven hydraulic elevator. That's pretty cool. Barbara, thanks for sending an email. And best place to look, go to Mesa Assoc. It's actually linked over in the show notes. It's MESA, I think it's dash ASSOC, or it might be ASSOC, and encourage you to go contact that fine organization and find either a consultant or a contractor. Let me go see if I can find that. Let's see. Okay, I'm in the wrong window here. But it is actually linked up in our website, so let's see if it is under that. Yep, it's not. It's somewhere in there. Put me on the spot, and I'm just going to fall apart here. So I just thought it would be under something. Nope, that's not it either. Okay. Nothing like fumbling through stuff. Let me just do a Google search, because this is killing me now. I should know this off the top of my head. All right. No, it's not there. It's in the show notes. It's not in the show notes, but here we go. Go to the website, right-hand column, and then go to industry links and go to MESA, Massachusetts Elevator Safety Association. And it's MESASSOC.com. All right? So that's how it goes. So there's a link that can help you out in terms of who can come over and, check your lift out, see what's going on with it. All right, bear with me one moment here. I feel like I'm not quite doing this very good, and I just lost my email page, so we're going to go ahead and, okay, here we go. Another one. I am currently restoring a building in Warner, with a Warner elevator. I believe it was installed when the building was built in 1926. Looking for parts to restore it to the original condition, call switches and doors, possible other items. I also in search of a manual. Carl, I think I've contacted you before on this. You really need to get an elevator company in there to help you out and work on your lift, because if you are not trained to do so, you are going to get injured or worse, perhaps, die. So let's make sure you're safe, and, that's really important. And that's pretty much all we're going to do on that one. Okay, we did send that, Tom, I did send that link over to you regarding the how to drop an elevator, which was scary as heck. And I think that's pretty much it. If we have any listeners in the London area, I keep getting this email from somebody out there looking for an elevator to film a short video in. So if you are a London lift contractor, let me know, and I would like to put you in touch with these people. I'm not sure if there's actually money involved in this or not, but I'm sure you could perhaps make it worth your while. Some of these movie companies either have a lot of money or not any money, and you got to kind of figure that out, based on your correspondence with them. So anyway, as always, send your email comments to elevatorradioshow@gmail.com, and I will get to them as quickly as I can. Up next, we'll get into the news and have you out of here. Perhaps a record time today, so just in time to go shovel if you have snow in your area. So anyway, up next, news.
Let this week's news stories give you a lift on what's happening in the vertical transportation arena. Each news segment is organically dug and fresh with news stories of the week. Got lift? If not, stay tuned.
All right, first article of the program today is the elevator you call for papers. I cannot remember if I posted this last week, and I didn't get a chance to look back. So anyway, if you're interested in presenting at the Elevator U Conference in 2014, dates are 23rd or 24th through the 26th. Registration will be up next week or pretty soon. But if you have a topic you'd like to present on that would benefit the colleges and universities, or you feel would be a good fit for them, please go ahead and click over or click on the link down there and fill out accordingly your presentation topic. Remember that we're not looking for sales presentations, or they are not. So that's important to remember. They are truly an educational type of program. Okay, IAEC, the International Association of Elevator Consultants. Say that 3 times fast. International Association of Elevator Consultants. Their forum, April 21st to 24th. You can register online. There's a speaker schedule, mail-in registration, hotel reservations, sponsorship opportunities. Make sure you get over and support the great organization today, and they are ready for you. Okay, the NAC offers a discount. Let's see here. I don't know where that's at. I know it's somewhere in here. Let everybody find that in terms of if you're interested in visiting or attending the conference in San Antonio this year, which we will be at. Looking forward to that. So go over there. This was actually a link that was posted in Elevator World's daily news updates. So contact the NAC about this for more information on that. Okay, Pitt. The Pittsburgh Business Times has an article talking about Pitt approves $58 million in renovations. Cathedral elevators are to be upgraded. So pretty cool. $5.5 million renovation to upgrade the 13th floor of the Chevron Science Center is in the process. And then apparently, let's see here, $3.9 million helium recovery and liquefaction systems. Man, they got to do some pretty intensive stuff at this building, which is quite interesting. So pretty cool. I really hope that they retain the historicness of the building in terms of its architecture and its building style, because once that goes, it's gone. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like you see so many elevators out there that get gutted and ripped out, and you're like, man, this looks ugly. And then there's no going back. It's not like you can go back and say, oh, yeah, let's go put the original fixtures back in, or what was there before when the elevators went in. So, that's just how I kind of feel about it. Okay, helipad can save 5 to 10 minutes in emergencies. I would think that'd be a definite given, but apparently there are more helipads going in around the country than you realize. Actually, we're involved in a couple of projects where we have in the last year and a half. So it's coming from lacrossetribune.com. And obviously, when you have helipads, there are unique, kind of some unique requirements for lifts that go up and serve them to get those that are injured and need assistance off of them. So I think that's pretty cool, and just another spot where our equipment, the equipment that we manufacture, that we design, that we build, that we install and inspect, is used to help and save lives. So, okay, London24.com has an article, Tubes Only Wooden Escalator to Carry Last Passengers. Thank goodness. How many more of these wooden escalators do you think are out there? I think there's Macy's in New York, perhaps. But, I don't... Hopefully these go and they're gone. I think they're pretty cool, but, I don't... Just one of those things where it just seems like the openings on the steps are just a little wide. So... hopefully they put those on auction somewhere, and they're able to get some. They can fetch some pounds for that. Okay, Engineer 73 jailed for lift plunge horror. I love the conversion on that. This happened this actually was an article in scmp.com, Hong Kong, and apparently lift engineer is going to be jailed, failing to carry out inspections. Can you imagine if that happened here in the United States? And it's one of those deals where it's not as easy as just saying it is the inspector's fault for not being able to inspect a lift that caused an accident, because the reality is, depending on the circumstance, obviously this article's not loading up, but it's pretty serious. And I've not heard what happened recently in the case that involved the Madison Avenue accident and the technician that was, excuse me, tried by, I think it was the Attorney General in New York. But if anybody has information on it, I should actually just Google that, see if there's anything out there. But anyway, yeah, so pretty serious, and just goes to show you that we gotta do what we can. And obviously, it's not in America or Canada or North America, but still important. Okay, CBS Philly Channel 3 News has an interesting post regarding elevator music and the science behind it, regarding a slow tempo that might make you linger longer in a shopping mall. Progressively faster songs have been shown to raise productivity. So I wonder if that's true. I know here at work we have some music on that's pretty darn interesting in the shop, and I'm like, man, sometimes I got to tell people to turn it down, but still kind of neat to see elevator music making somewhat of a, not a comeback, but I guess some attention being drawn to it. So anyway, here's the article, 12 elevators you need to see to believe. This is coming from CNNTravel.com. Take a look at all the cool images out there, which I think are pretty unique. Got the St. Louis Arch. I think Elevator World has covered these before, to be honest with you, but still kind of cool to see them. And let's see here, see if I recognize any. Oh, wow, that's a cool one. Dragon painted on the interior of this elevator. It's a funky looking thing. Yeah, that's a goofy looking elevator, man. Anyway, I'll let everybody look at this on their own. I just thought it was interesting. It was reposted by CNN, because that's something you don't see every day either. You know, a post from CNN that's talking about this. Hey, if you want to find out what happened at the Chicago Elevator Association last week, the news crew at the Chicago Elevator Association has a quick little blog regarding that with some images, and thanks to everybody who came out for that meeting. April meeting is not fast approaching, but it is on the horizon, so remember, first Thursday of every month, so that you can mark your calendars and be there. Unfortunately, I was not able to come to it or attend it, mainly because we are in full volleyball swing with everything. Okay, John Fallon has an interesting blog post, a video regarding solid-state elevator push buttons. If you've ever seen what they look like behind the plate, it just goes to show you how easy and how disposable a lot of these products are becoming. And, it's not a bad thing necessarily, but definitely interesting to say the least. He's also got an interesting blog video post on signs of elevator rope wear, which is educational, especially from a mechanic and technician's point of view. Elevator World has a cool online exclusive video on a 4D virtual reality experience that takes people on what sounds like a startling, thrilling, and realistic ride in a replica of a stark, skeletal winch elevator that ascends 700 feet tall. Castle Black and the HBO show has been getting a lot of press lately, so it's pretty cool. I've not seen this, but I think it's pretty cool. If only we could do away with the goofy glasses for 3D and 4D. You know what I mean? But yeah, maybe this is the way that we're all going towards. It seems like 3D TVs have kind of went to the wayside. I know when we got our new TV about a year ago, we were looking at them like, I don't know if I want glasses to look at this stuff. Stuff gives me a headache. And, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it quite took off. So, anyway, next article, really a good article coming from fairwarning.com. Some pretty cool people cited in this article, including Dick Gregory and John O'Donohue. So a really good article, and I encourage anybody who would like to basically chime in on this to do so. This is our opportunity to share our perspective on what goes on in our states regarding the elevator code, regarding elevator, units, and just do it. Read it and do it. Feel like that should be in a bumper sticker. Read it and do it. All right, and it's a pretty good article to cover. Next article, 10 killed in construction site collapse. I can't remember if I covered this on last week's show either, but I did want to cover it again. This is more information regarding that construction accident that killed 10, not here in the United States, but still scary to say the least. This actually occurred in, I don't know where it occurred. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but yeah, I did cover this, and just goes to show you that I'm very grateful that we live in the country that we do, that has safety standards as high as they do. They're not perfect, but there are some countries out there that I would definitely question riding in any kind of lift conveyance if I saw one, you know. Okay, the TimesTribune.com reporting on the 11th that a worker fell 2 stories down an elevator shaft at the Oliphant construction site, according to witnesses at a scene. What is crazy is that Borough Councilman and firefighter Jerry Tully, who was among the first responders on the scene, and 2 other firefighters found the man lying in a depression in the shaft about 8 feet below the ground floor. Anyway, unfortunately, let's see here. Did he make it? Yeah, actually, he did not. He made it. He's in critical condition, and hopefully he's going to be okay. But I'm sure OSHA has been called in, and also probably the elevator division or department for the state in Pennsylvania. So anyway, okay, and the last news article for the show, everybody, is a bunch of great press releases from Maxton Manufacturing regarding their CET training that they've held pretty much around the country. And again, if you're interested in having them come and give a presentation, encourage you to contact Carl or Maxton by doing so in the from their website. So anyway, well, that's pretty much going to do it, everybody, and probably almost a show that didn't need to be done, but again, a couple of good articles worthy of sharing with colleagues. I'm telling you, it's one of those mornings where it's just not clicking. I should have slept in, maybe, I don't know. But as always, it's a pleasure to be here, giving up my Wednesday morning REM sleep for everybody in the industry, and encourage you to spread the word on safety, all that good stuff. Be careful shoveling, look after your neighbors. And that's pretty much it. So everybody have a great week out there. Be safe. Think spring. And have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.